I obtained a game code from Draydur Studio that gave me the opportunity to review this game. Scour a haunted mansion while having to take care of the elderly in this scary tale based on true events. Maisons de repos is a horror game developed and published by Joanne Hamer at Draydur Studio and released on March 10th of 2025. Maisons de repos is a horror game through and through, with dark hallways, surprising jump scares, and a gloomy environment. Maison de repos is French for nursing home or resting home, which while yes, you are taking care of older people at this residency, it could also have a more sinister connotation of it possibly being haunted. Stumble through dim corridors and distribute medicine in this horror tale that you'll never forget. You play as Karen, an inexperienced caregiver that just got a job at the Briarwood House, a large estate that houses 4 elderly people that need to be taken care of. After meeting the owner and the other helpers of the house, you coincidentally end up having to take care of the group of elders by yourself. While having to deal with the nonsense that they are pledging to, there seems to be some odd supernatural happenings. It is up to you to take care of everyone until the head mistress comes back. The gameplay is very straightforward. You can only walk, and eventually you'll get some items you can interact with, like a lighter or a flashlight. The game sets up a lot of cool elements, but unfortunately it doesn't deliver. The beginning has this slow build up to the different characters and possible mechanics that the game might have, but it never fully commits to anything specific and is more like a fun roller coaster ride. What is here though is a really fun experience that has some cool ideas, but the game is pretty short and you can finish it in less than a few hours. Not that that's a bad thing, but the game sort of constructs itself as if it's going to do more with its ideas and just falls flat in that regard. Right when it starts to get good, you can feel it careening into its final act, which is pretty disappointing because I wanted more of this world and design. The residents are all pretty kooky in their own special way, and the game does a good job at setting up scares. A few scares in particular are pretty genius, albeit a bit silly. You cannot run or slightly jog in this game at all. You can only walk extremely slow, which was nice at the beginning because it enhanced the suspense, but other times it was aggravating that I couldn't move faster than a snail's pace. You are introduced to a system where the residents can buzz the front desk if they need something, but it never gets utilized how you think it would. It's only used for a few story purposes, and that's it. I think it could have been used in a lot more creative ways, but this game feels like it's trying to give you more of a simple horror experience than trying to be some sort of avant-garde masterpiece in the horror genre, which is perfectly fine, but again, it's just so good that I wanted more. I love horror games like this, and the possible mechanics showcased here could really make something a bit more engrossing.
Solve this for fun. I am out of here.
The objectives that you get can be confusing at times. If a set amount of time goes by and you haven't finished your objective, the game will display a hint for you. Most of the time the hints are useful, but sometimes they don't really help at all. During the beginning, the game makes you go into every room that you can enter to familiarize yourself with the manor's layout, but then continually asks you to go into rooms that were locked, or do things that you wouldn't even know that you could do. At one point the game asks you to go to the bathroom, but I never knew where the bathroom was because it was a locked door before, so I never knew it was there. You have to change your clothes during another part of the game, and I figured, since this is my first time at the house, a change of clothes would be around the front door, or the small office area where the caretakers keep the medicine and pictures of their significant others, but it wasn't. Moments like this will have you ambling to and fro, trying to find the next thing you can collect or cutscene you can trigger.
I need my pills. I don't like the dog.
Graphically, the game looks pretty good. I love the exaggeration of the different characters' designs, making them look cartoonishly creepy, which makes the horror vibe a bit more scary. The environments look really great, and the dark areas really make you feel claustrophobic. I was always scared to take sharp turns around corners or to walk down a hallway with the lighter being the only flickering light illuminating my way. The sound design is just as good, and the silence felt purposeful. Some of the dialogue sounded really good, and other times it felt way off. The other caregiver stationed at the manor clearly has an AI voice, which I'm not knocking, especially for indie developers, but it audibly stands out in a jarring way.
You can't leave me on my own. It's my first shift.
Oh my god. I cannot believe this is happening right now. Make sure the medication is given out at 9. If you need any help, just ask our chef. Victor. He will help you. Oh my god. I have got to go.
Maisons de Repo is a good game with a lot of awesome ideas that never get fully explored. A frightening atmosphere and a detailed world are appreciated with the themes and story the game presents. The caricature design of the characters are unique, and the jump scares will get your heart jumping. Overall though, while the game is a really fun experience, it feels like a watered down version of something more. Underwhelming and confusing objectives, gameplay mechanics that never go anywhere, and so-so dialogue put a hamper on this veil of horror. I still had a blast going through Maisons de Repo, and would honestly like a sequel or another tale in the same vein as this at some point. If you are a fan of the horror genre, I would totally recommend picking this up and trying to take care of this wild bunch of elders in a haunted house for yourself.
This is our in-house chef, Victor.
I give Maisons de Repo a 6.5 out of 10.